We have a lot of laws on paper, on the books.
Yes.
We have a lot of debate going on in Parliament. But what can we do to ensure that this is put into daily practice? What power does an ordinary person, any person at all in Ghana, have to hold his or her government accountable at the local government level, at the municipal level, on a daily basis?
Again, we are fortunate that the president mentioned it himself. So if the president, who is the number one person in the country, have openly said this thing, not in 2 minutes, a number of minutes, and that formed part of the chunk of the thing he read in moving his seat from Osu Castle to the Flagstaff House. With that statement, I hold him highly accountable, and he said he's going to hold his ministers to track and follow people who are working and being paid from the government purse. They must be paid for the work they do. And whatever we can do to support the president, let's do that. That's why I would like to urge those who are eagerly and are scheming to go on strike just to introduce the old system of pressurizing and coercing government into paying them salaries they don't deserve. They should stop it. Because this country belongs to all of us. It's not for one group of people, some selected number of people, and I think that it's very important that we bear this in mind. And those who are here, are listening to you and I, must begin to change their own thinking before the day is done on them. I think it's very important that people must learn to do things in accordance with the law. We have decriminalized our Labor Act, so we shouldn't do anything that will pressurize authorities into taking certain drastic measures that people will begin to say, why are you doing what you are doing? I think that we should not be pushed into that kind of thing again, because deliberately people taking the law into their hands, either going on strike and causing people to die when they are on scheduled death, it is not acceptable.
You've been in Parliament over quite a lengthy period. What would you think about the honorability of the verbal clashes between some of our honorables in recent times? For example, Honorable Ursula Owusu and Murtala Mohammed, as well as Honorable Kennedy Ejapong and Honorable PC Apia Ofori. Do you think that this is part of their performance compact with the public to have verbal clashes with each other? Don't you think that can tarnish the image of the legislature even?
Well, everybody who had been born by a woman and a father together definitely have had some upbringing, and so attitudes and behaviors and characters are in people. What comes out of you, the way a tree is, that is what it brings forth. So it's character. Parliament itself is an honorable place. It's expected to regulate itself, to sanction itself, and so forth, and call itself to order. Therefore, any attitude being exhibited by any individual or group of people in Parliament or outside Parliament clearly is their upbringing. It has nothing to do with the institution itself. It is the attitude of the person, it is the character of the person, the pastor of those people, and wherever they go to take their spiritual decision, should call them to order and advise them and guide them as to what they should do. Because I don't think I'll behave like that in public. It's not possible. Not even my children can do that in public. So it's not possible for people to be behaving when the public is watching you. It's not fair.
You say it's not possible, but it actually happens.
Well, that is the upbringing. That is the way a tree. Goat can't bring forth anything else than goat.
Ali Tanko Seido Ibrahim writes and says, Eric, I'm enjoying the program very much. He's asking you to keep on educating us in this way, and wishes a very good morning to Sister Ajara inside Kasua. Boga Ali Hashem is calling on Kofi Wayo to intercede on his behalf with ECG. Abraham Asoyela, he says, great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people. And you want to send kudos to myself and to my guest. Hassan Yakubu, you say that you hope I get better in politics because you wish me to be a member of parliament soon. Oh, I'm a member of the media. What do you think are the relationship between the media, the judiciary, the parliament, and the executive should be or is in terms of measuring each other's performance? Who has the most clout?
Well, I am always worried about whatever any group of people does. The media has been doing its best, but you have a million miles space to climb up to. You need to improve. The judiciary is doing their best. They need to improve. Everybody, including myself and yourself, we need to improve all the time in ensuring that we get to 100% without any excuse. It's very important. We must make sure that at the end of the day, our performance is not questionable. You see, accountability is not transferable. You must ensure that you account for your stewardship. Responsibility can be delegated, but accountability, we don't delegate it. You must make sure that you account for everything. If you are engaged as a driver, make sure you don't kill people on the way. Accident is accident. If it happened and it's pure accident, it can be understood. But if through carelessness you kill people, you must be called to order. If you are a doctor and you are supposed to engage in your work and you go on strike and you kill people deliberately, you must be told that you are a killer, and all that. It's as simple as that. Everybody, including myself, we must be responsible for our actions. It's very important.
Thank you very much. Mr. Austin Gamey has spent time in Parliament in public office. He is a human resource management and industrial relations, as well as an ADR, appropriate dispute resolution consultant. He is the CEO of the Gamey and Gamey Group. We also know that he was the chairman of the National Tripartite Committee, which drafted the Labor Act 2003, Act 561, and also a key contributor in the making of the Alternative Dispute Resolution Act, Appropriate Dispute Resolution Act. Mr. Austin Gamey calls it 2010, that's Act 798. And he's been helping me to better understand how the President's mission and policy of improving performance in the public sector can actually be achieved. Your thoughts are as good as or better than mine, and I would like to encourage you once again to share them with me via our page on Facebook.